Rubber Company Limited. Good morning and warm welcome to the 18th Annual General Meeting of LG Rubber Company Limited being held through video conferencing or other audio-visual facility. For smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in the mute mode. For members who have been registered and have been confirmed as a speaker to speak at the meeting, the audio and video will be enabled when the chairman instructs to do so. Now I hand over the proceedings to the Chief Financial Officer of the company. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Venkatachalam, CFO. Welcome all the shareholders, directors, auditors, and the scrutinizers to the 18th Annual General Body Meeting of the company being held through video conferencing facility. I am participating in this meeting through video conferencing facility from company's registered office at Kochi, Coimbatore. In accordance with the relevant circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, the 18th AGM is being conducted through video conferencing facility. I also wish to state that the proceedings of this meeting is being recorded and the recorded video will be posted on the website of the company. The facility of joining AGM through video conferencing or other audio-visual means has been made available for the members. For any technical assistance, the members are requested to contact the helpline number mentioned in the AGM notice. Members may note that as per the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI's regulations, the company had provided the members with the facility to cast their vote on all the resolutions set out in the notice of AGM through the remote e-voting system administered by Link Intime India Private Limited during the period commencing from 9 a.m. on 11th August 2024 till 5 p.m. on 13th August 2024. The facility for voting at this meeting through electronic means is also provided to the members who are present in this meeting and who have not yet cast their votes through remote e-voting facility. Members may note this e-voting platform. Use this e-voting platform is now open and these members may cast your votes on the resolution set out in the AGM notice. Mr. R. Jayachandran, partner of RJC Associates Chartered Accountants, Coimbatore, has been appointed as by the board as a scrutinizer for the scrutinizing both the remote e-voting and e-voting process at AGM and for ascertaining the required quorum majority. Since the AGM is being held through video conferencing facility and the resolution mentioned in the notice convening the AGM have been already put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. Members may also note that there is no voting by show of hands at this AGM. Members are requested refer to the instructions provided in the AGM notice for seamless participation and voting during the meeting. Further, the floor will be open to those members who have registered as speaker to express their views. The moderator will facilitate the set session and unmute the registered speaker shareholders. After the speaker shareholders may express their views, the shareholders may, however, note that the management shall restrict itself from commenting on any information which are confidential and proprietary in nature, and also shall restrict itself from making any forward-looking statement or any future projections adhering to the SEBI regulations and guidelines. If there are connectivity problems at the speaker's end, the moderator will ask the next registered speaker to express their view. We would like to request the speaker shareholders to kindly limit their speech to 3 minutes. it is hereby informed to the members that based on the reason of business exigency or urgency, the board of directors of the company have decided that the special business item included in the notice convening the meeting is unavoidable. Hence, the same is being considered in this meeting. Just I would like to introduce the directors. Before we start with the main proceedings of the meeting, I take great pleasure and privilege in introducing the directors who are present in this meeting through video conferencing facility from their respective locations. Mr. Sudarshan Bhadraj, Chairman and Managing Director. Mr. M.D. Selvaraj, Independent Director and Chairman of the Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari, Independent Director. Mr. Harsha Bhadraj, Executive Director. Also, Mr. Saratraj Selvakumar, who is proposed to be appointed as an independent director in this AGM. Mr. Arun of Mrs. Arun & Co, Chartered Accountants, Statutory Auditors. Mr. B. Anand Reddy Janathan, Internal Auditor, and R. Jayachandran, partner of RJC Associates, Chartered Accountants, Coimbatore. Good sir, and participating in this meeting through video conferencing facility from their respective locations. Mr. C. N. Paramasevam, Secretarial Auditor, has expressed his inability to attend this meeting and he has been exempted from attending this meeting. Mr. Faisal Rahman, Company Secretary, and Tangamuthu, Vice President Finance, have also joined this meeting through video conferencing facility from registered office of the company. Mr. Sudarshan Bhadraj, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, will chair this meeting of 18th Annual General Body meeting, and he is attending this meeting through video conferencing facility from corporate office. Thank you. I now request our Chairman and Managing Director to conduct the meeting. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sudarshan Bhadraj, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, and I'm participating in this AGM through video conferencing from the corporate office in Coimbatore. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the shareholders, directors, auditors, and the scrutinizer to the 18th Annual General Meeting of the company. We have the requisite quorum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. Requisite quorum being present, I now call this meeting to order. Since there is no physical attendance of the members, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. I wish to state that I am satisfied with the facilities provided to the members of the company for participating in this meeting through video conferencing. The company has taken all efforts feasible under the circumstances to enable the members to participate and vote on all the items set out in the notice of the 18th Annual General Meeting. Registers are as required under the Companies Act 2013 has been made available for electronic inspection by the members during the AGM. Members seeking to inspect such registers can send their request to info@in.lgrubber.com. Since the notice of the 18th AGM along with the annual report comprising of audited standalone and consolidated financial statements and the director's report for the year ended 31/3/2024 has already been circulated to all the members. I take the same as read. The report of the statutory auditors does not contain any qualifications or adverse remarks. With the consent of the members, I take the report of the statutory auditors for the year ended 31st March 2024 as read. With respect to the observations made by the secretarial auditor in his report for the financial year ended 31st March 2024, the company has taken necessary steps to compliance with the requirements. Necessary responses have been included in the director's report and circulated to all the members. Hence, with the consent of the members, I take the same as read. I now request CFO to read the resolution set out in the AGM notice. We don't
Say one by one. Item number 1, adoption of audited standalone and consolidated financials of the company of the financial year 31st March 2024, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and the auditors thereon. So, item number 2, reappointment of Mr. Harsha Varadaraj as Director, who retires by rotation. So, item number 3, approval for appointment of Saratraj Selvakumar as a non-executive independent director for a first term of 5 years and 5 consecutive years, effective from 14th August 2024 to 13th August 2029 as a special resolution. Next item is ratification of the reappointment and payment of remuneration to Mr. P. Mohan Kumar and Co. as a cost accountant for the financial year 24-25. Members may note that the text of these resolutions, along with the necessary statements setting out the material facts, are already provided in the notice circulated in the members. Members may cast your votes through the electronic voting platform provided at this meeting. The first is.
Yes, I think after the questions, I can make my speech, or you want me to talk before that?
After the questions, we can speech.
I can inform that the platform will now be open for the registered speaker shareholders to express their views. I request the shareholders to request their views or queries to the annual report related to financial year 2023-24, as the company has already made available all the material information on the websites of NSE and the company's website. Further, I would like to inform that 4 shareholders have registered themselves as speakers for this meeting. Now I request the moderator to facilitate this session. Speaker shareholders may express their views when called upon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The first speaker is Bimal Kumar Agarwal. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, you can ask your questions.
Hello. Hello.
You are audible, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone. Because I'm saying this because it's a video conference. I don't know from where people are joining from any part of the world. They can join, and please continue with video conference. And in this budget, what is the effect on a company or the budget? And how many women employees are there? And what are the accretion rate of our company? And please continue the video conference. That's all people from all over the world can join, and all over India also. Suppose I'm gone out of Bombay, out of India, so I can join. So please continue the video conference and see that the speaker shareholder gets some token of appreciation at Diwali time. Please do this needful for the speaker shareholder who has joined for the meeting. That's all from me. Thank you very much. And hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Please arrange for plant visit. I'm from Bombay. Please arrange for plant visit. I don't mind seeing the plant. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. Answer. I didn't make any note of the questions here.
Number of employees.
The next speaker is Ayush Agarwal. He is not available. So I move on to the next speaker, Samvij Bensali.
I hope I'm hello. Hi. I hope I'm audible. So
Yes.
I got all the prompt replies from the group CFO, and I'd like to thank them. And I wish the management team for the best of luck as we move forward. And that's it from my side. Otherwise, all my questions have been answered promptly yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ansari.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The next speaker is Abhishek Rao.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity, sir, and congratulations on your results that you have released recently, right? So I too had shared my set of questions and have them answered, but for the sake of the audience, maybe I can uh, ask a few where I needed some clarification, right? So one of them was, what plans do we have to reduce the debt? And here I would like to add on that, what is the amount of debt that we plan to reduce and across what timelines do we plan to do that? And second is that what is our guidance for the coming years, right? On a standalone basis and the consolidated basis for the next 2 to 3 years, right? What is the rate of growth that we see for the next 2 to 3 years at a standalone and console basis? Third is what is the trends that we are seeing in terms of tailwinds in the sector, given that currently there has been this EPR which is running in full flow, right, for the reclaimed tire sector. So, how do you see that affecting our business positively? So, these are some of the questions, if you can answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ram. On the,
No, no, sure. Mr. Vijay, Abhishek, Abhishek, the first question is tradition of trips and amount of trips. Like how is it? What is the attrition? How many women shareholders? What is the impact of the women shareholders? No, sorry, like two employees. Sorry, actually, yeah. Attrition. Yeah, attrition. Like how many people? Yeah.
you have the data.
Yeah, 5,000.
Okay, let me try to address most of the questions and whatever I have to say. If after that there are still any unanswered questions, you're most welcome to send us an email and we'd be happy to answer the questions. Basically, I'd like to give you a rundown on the industry that we are in. Basically, as most of you are aware, we are involved in two verticals. Primarily, essentially both verticals relate to the environment and specifically related to tires. Of the two verticals, one vertical is retreading of tires. As far as retreading is concerned, it is an industry. In India, it is pretty much dominated by the unorganized sector. And our focus is more on the premium participants in the transportation industry. So which means our market access is very limited in terms of the number of customers that we can reach out to. That business has been stable. There's not been much growth. It's reflected in the fact that even multinationals like Michelin and Bridgestone and Continental are finding it very difficult to operate within the new tire sector, especially the truck and bus variants. Secondly, the retreaders are primarily unorganized, so they are more price driven rather than quality and cost effectiveness. So in terms of the market that we have access to is very limited, and I don't see much of a growth in that sector in the coming years. So as a part of that, we focused on what our strengths are, which is basically we are the only manufacturer company in the world which produces all the products that go into a retailing plant, starting from the equipment, the tread rubber, all the consumables that are used in retailing. So it's been our objective in the last 5-6 years to leverage that position that we are in and grow globally, which is one of the primary reasons we established the subsidiaries to be able to produce locally what is where the doors are closed in terms of imports. Unfortunately, for us to operate on the scale that is needed has been lacking. So up until last year, performances of those subsidiaries were not at par. However, we turned that around by cutting cost and getting more innovative and aggressive in the market. I'm happy to inform you that our operations in the US and Brazil have done very well. This is as far as the retreading vertical is concerned. In terms of recycling, we basically recycle old tires and tubes. In terms of our competition is mainly in India and from China. If you look at the global market, in India, we again focus more on quality and consistency along with customer support, which again limits the markets to which we have access to. But I'm happy to inform that we've been able to maintain our market share despite a lot of unorganized people getting into the sector. The challenge that we're having in the recycling business is the availability of raw material, which is basically scrap tires. Unfortunately, in India, people have shifted to pyrolysis to produce recovered carbon black and oils in a very, very unorganized and a very dangerous manner. The central government has been trying to crack down on it, but they're unable to do so. But if it has to be done on an organized scale, the investment and the return on the investment is not remunerative, especially in India. So our focus has remained in reclaiming these used tires and tubes, and which limits the market to which we have access to. However, we've done well with all the leading tire manufacturers. We are top of the mind as far as our product is concerned, despite there being 2-3 other larger players and a whole host of small unorganized reclaim manufacturers. On a global scale, again, India and China dominate the scene as far as reclaimed rubber is concerned. So our operations in the Netherlands, which is basically set up to reclaim rubber, has been badly affected because of lower cost imports into Europe, with very little restrictions on imports into Europe. And our primary customers are tire companies based in Western Europe, and unfortunately, most of them are moving out of those markets, which means that the access to them is very limited to us. However, we're looking at restructuring our whole operational mode in terms of looking at recycling products, scrap from rubber goods manufacturers. It would be a lower, it would mean a lower top line, but we feel that there would be a stronger bottom line as far as the operations are concerned. It is an ongoing process. It is a little painful process, but we are going forward with it, and hopefully by end of the financial calendar year 2025, we should see some results there. With this, I'd like to close my address, and if there are any questions, like I said earlier, please send us an email, and we'd be more than happy to answer that. Specifically, there were a few questions that were asked earlier by some of the shareholders. One was the attrition rate of employees. I'm happy to say that we don't have our attrition rate is very insignificant. Secondly, in terms of women employees, what is the percentage? 5% of women employees. We'd like to see that higher, but the type of industry we are in doesn't, it's not a very conducive environment for women employees. So that's why our percentage of women employees are low. In terms of the white collar employees, we should be at around 20%, 25%. What was that?
So the question I have amount of the how much will it be in next year? Timeline, sir.
Basically, most of the debt that we have incurred has come from 2 areas. One is our investment overseas, which haven't really provided the returns that we expected. Secondly, was our move to consolidate our recycling operations into one location. Unfortunately, that has taken a lot of time, especially from a pollution control standpoint. And our objective to start the plant with minimal manpower. So that was delayed and there was a high debt involved. Our objective is to look at all our non-core assets, which are basically land and building, which we are in the process of putting up for sale. And with that, we should be debt-free by our plan is to be debt-free by the end of 25-26, if not earlier. Except for working capital requirements, we should be debt-free.
What will the rate of standalone consumption? The rule of standalone.
You have those numbers. What is the rate? This is consolidated.
No, no, you want to what the rate be? Standalone. Standalone is 50, the consultation final cost.
Okay, yeah. We as far as the growth is concerned, we've taken a very conservative approach and we're looking at financial year 2025 at 250 crores, 26 at 270 crores, and 27 at 285 crores. Consolidated will be 450 crores, 480 crores, 550 crores.
The impact of BPR, what is the intensity?
And one of the question was the impact of EPR and the new regulations that are coming in from the environmental sector. It's again not a very clear, guidelines are not very clear. One thing where we have made some inroads is in terms of EPR for recycling. We've been able to sell our certificates to some of the tire manufacturers because they need that. But the entire scenario is not very clear in terms of how it applies for retreading. So it is recycling, there is a lack of clarity in that. And secondly, with respect to our company, as you know, we are located in 3 locations. And we are consolidating all of it into our new factory in outside Chennai. That again, getting the certification, filing for it, and the government is not very clear about the processes. Hopefully by the end of this quarter, we should have all the certification in place. Yeah, we've just got the certification for our Chennai plant also. So we'd like to see how it goes before making any statements or commitments. We'd like to see this financial year through before we can have more accurate projections on how the EPR would work for us. Except we have answered all the questions, and my apologies in case I've not addressed any of the questions, but like I said, please feel free to send out your queries to our email and we'll be happy to answer that. I'd like to thank all of you for joining in on this meeting. And if there are no other points, I'd like to close it.
Yeah, tell me. Members may note that the e-voting facility on the platform of LinkedIn Time India Private Limited will remain open for next 15 minutes to enable those shareholders who have not cast their vote and would like to cast their votes now. The results will be declared after considering both remote e-voting and the e-voting at this meeting within the prescribed time, and the consolidated scrutinizer's report will be placed on the company's website and on the website of the LinkedIn Time Private Limited. And the voting results will also be intimated to the stock exchange where the shares are listed. The resolution as set forth in this notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to the requisite majority. I wish to thank all the shareholders, directors, auditors, and scrutinizers who have joined this meeting through video conferencing facility. With this, the proceedings of the 18th and AGM is concluded. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.